Hello! Welcome to the Veritas Project. In this video, I will be continuing my personal skills segments and discussing trust. So the theme of this video is trust but verify. That's a line that was used on one of the CSI programs, and I think it sticks, and I think I can show you why. So first I want to kind of define trust and distrust as defined by Merriam-Webster, just to give us a little framework of the idea of trust. So as Merriam-Webster defines trust, they say trust is an assured reliance on the character, ability, strength, or truth of someone or something. Trust is one in which confidence is placed. And so keep in your mind a reliance on these traits of a person or a situation. Distrust is the lack or absence of trust. And this is a definition that Merriam-Webster also gave. So with both of those said, it seems very black and white, like I can rely or I can't. There is trust or there's an absence of trust. However, that is actually not the case. Trust exists on a continuum. So from no trust all the way to total trust, and then of course there's steps or amounts of trust all the way up the continuum. Next I want to talk about some fallacies of trust. And I want to talk about these fallacies first because I think sometimes we have false ideas of trust, and so then we make choices based on these false ideas of trust, and it makes our choices ineffective and can produce dysfunction in relationships or situations that we're involved in. And so let's look at some myths or fallacies first. One fallacy is that, or a myth is that, trust is giving all trust, like total trust with no distrust. So I totally trust you right up front when I meet you. And then if you disappoint me or offend me or in some way break that idea of you, I take all my trust back. That's not trust. Okay? Another fallacy or myth about trust is people that have the idea that trust is giving no trust up front, and then after only maybe one or two interactions with you, then giving all of my trust to you. This is not healthy trust either. Some people might think trust is, or to be trusting, it would mean then denying my gut hunches, my instincts, and my feelings. That is actually not trust. Another fallacy is that to be trusting, it means I do not ask questions, I do not dig into details, and I don't challenge inconsistencies. Which is called verifying. So how I started out with trust but verify. This is verifying what someone has said or the details of a situation. And so a myth is that verifying is not trusting. Another myth about trust, that to be trusting, it means that you must protect the other person's feelings and their image in light of inconsistencies. So I need to be a trusting person, I need to care about you first, your feelings, the way you appear, even though I sense inconsistencies, or I'm hearing inconsistencies, or seeing inconsistencies. My next myth is to give trust, one must have a perfect record of behavior. And so then there are people that say, I've never experienced someone who can be worthy of my trust because they always disappoint me. Well, join the human race. Everyone disappoints everyone. We are broken people, and so a perfect record is not equaling trust. And finally, some people think that trust is given equally to all people, but that is a myth. Trust is not given equally to all people. So next I want to talk about what trust is, because we covered what kind of a dictionary definition, and then we covered what trust is not. Now I want to cover what trust is. So trust is based on history. So it's not history, that's my next point. So it's based on history. So a person's history. Just looking at them, not looking at your interaction with them, but looking at them as a person. So their personal history and their history with other people. And so one way to build trust is looking at history. The next way to build trust is a history with me. And not just a history, but a history of faithfulness. And faithful means that when I've interacted with you and we've had shared experiences, you've been faithful to be respectful, to be loyal, to be safe. And I have been to you. This doesn't mean perfect, but it means aware, intuitive, and safe for me, and I've been safe for you.